Sitting under this tarp is a broken down 2003 Suzuki Vinson 500 four-wheeler. We'll lift up this tarp and I'll show you what's going on. So after having an electrical problem and repeatedly trying to start it, the mechanic I brought it to told me that the starter gear broke, and taking it apart, this is what we found. It completely ripped the hole that the pin that holds the shaft that holds the starter gear in place. It ripped it right off the block of the motor. And it did the same to the outside cover as well. I was told that this is a common problem with these, but this happened a few years ago and it's been sitting broken ever since. But I've owned this since it was new, and I never had an issue with the electric start. I guess that's what causes these to break, is excessive use of the electric start. So we gotta see if we can fix this. So this is the current condition that it's in now. Sorry for the sun. It's just, everything is torn apart. In trying to fix the electrical problem, we put a new battery in it, a new starter relay, a new voltage regulator, and it seemed to come down to needing a new computer box. So after finding a used one and putting that in, that is when, trying to start it, that this broke. So nobody wanted to fix it. The mechanic I brought it to didn't want to have to take this whole engine apart and couldn't find the parts to do it, so it sat for 3 or 4 years in his shed until I brought it home recently, because I finally found the parts to fix it. So this is the other side. This is the cover on that side of the motor, and this is the other part of that pin, and you can see where it broke, and it completely mushroomed and broke that part where the other end of that goes into. So this cover is no good because this is cast right into the cover. So I bought new parts to replace these, and finally, after searching, I was able to find a new cover and a new half of the motor that has the spot that I need that's not broken. It is empty, but I'll have to replace everything with mine in here to make this work. You can see right here, this is where the shaft is supposed to go, and this is the starter gear that goes there. Now, like I said, this is supposedly a common issue with these Vinson 500 motors. It was the first I ever heard of it, and I've owned this thing since it was new. I got it in the fall of 2002, and this broke in 2017. And after they tried to fix the electrical problems and get it started, that's when this broke. This wasn't the initial problem. I brought it to a guy because the thing went haywire electrically, and it wouldn't run. So that's when we realized that it needed a new computer. This is the old one here. I was able to find another used one, so we replaced it, and then that's when this happened. So after I got this, and I checked it out, I found this isn't perfect either. This has got a big crack right here. If you can see, that's cracked. And it's cracked all the way through the other side too. I don't know if you can see that or not. I need more light. But yeah, you can see right in here. Right here is where it's cracked all the way through. And then this cover that I have to use, this bearing is seized, which I can get out and take mine because mine is perfect. But if you flip this over, this plate that holds the bearing in is all rusted and the screws won't come out, so I got that soaking. I got to spray it down again. And then this screw right here, that broke inside the hole, so I got to get that out without screwing up the threads. So there's a little bit of work to be done before I can use this cover, and then I got to figure out what to do with this. So that's the next step.